I'm so proud of this whole show and this character because I feel like I do put my all into him. In terms of going back into season 2 and getting back into Harbour, I mean, it was the first time in my life that I really had to get back into a role for a second season. It was scary because not only are you getting back into the character, but you're also developing the character. It's not like a show like Gilligan's Island where Gilligan is always going to be in the red shirt and he's always going to be on the island and his journey is always going to be to try to get off the island. With Harbour, you had a very complete arc in the first season of like a guy who was dead inside who woke up when he saved Will. So in the beginning of the second season, you have a different journey, which in my mind, I sort of see a subtle psychological arc of a man who has done a heroic action, sort of saves this child, now is caring for an adopted daughter, but sort of comes up against his own control issues. So it's sort of like the perils of the superhero, like the guy who thinks he can do everything, thinks he can control things that are beyond his control, and how that leads him to a letting go. This might sound strange to say, but one of the things I'm actually really proud of, at the end of the first episode, you see Harbour go home to a cabin that's locked in the woods with a young child in it, a young girl. So on one level, it reeks of a serial killer or, like terrible guy trapping a young woman in the woods. And on the other level, it is this father, him trying to take care of this woman. And so I was terrified that the audience's takeaway would be that this was either in some way sexualized in some way or that it was in some way dangerous in some way. I was very, very proud and overwhelmed by the response of people just getting that Hopper's a good guy and that he does really love her and really care about her and is, worried about her, and that relationship really resonated on a father-daughter level. In terms of getting back into Harbour, I do a lot of unhealthy things, which I don't encourage other actors to do or other human beings to do, but I do them. I will be honest about this. I started smoking again, which I had quit after the first season, but I think Harbour is a smoker. There's something about a smoker, something that it does to my face and my eyes and my instrument in a certain way. And also, it affects the way I process emotion. It affects the choices that I make. And I think Harbour is such a smoker that I did do that. Like any sort of meal, it's like you start cooking and then the meal starts to kind of just sizzle and stuff. And that's sort of what my subconscious does. And so it's a little bit of a conscious process and a little bit of in and of itself, it takes over.